special time, where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up.
Yo! Oh, yeah, y'all. What's up? Episode 573. Chilling with the C, R to the I, S, S. Chilling with the best, the P&P crew. Say nothing less. Every single Tuesday, 11:40, baby. We hang it out just like every week. It's P&P. We sleek. We slick. We the best, better than the rest. Best chat room in the nation, in the galaxy. We to the we, east to the west. We the best, north to the south. Hit you in the mouth. Give you a rock bottom. People's elbow. Low blow. Shout out to China. Just had a documentary. Splina. No one fine in the world. Than that beautiful girl. Shout out to her. Really rough week. Really rough week. Really rough later time for her. But it's okay. She will be remembered by the good stuff. Call her no bluff. Call her no fluff. She's the best female, better than the rest. Lita's my fave, but China is no slave to anyone. She is really one of a kind. Spine on the pine, like the rock. Cold clock. Knock you out down south. We chilling with the crew. Nobody does it better than the crew. The P&P Nation 573 We chilling with the CCC R to the E W. That spells crew. The P&P Nation chilling every Tuesday on the station. YouTube chilling with the crew. Chilling like woo. What's up, y'all? What's up? 573 here with the doc. And we've also always, as always, y'all, as always, we have some amazing questions that I'm about to answer. So let's get into them, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the People's Wrestling Channel with Ricky, my man. Hello to the podcaster on God mode. How are you, good sir? I'm well, thank you very much. That's your second interview with Ice Train, yeah. Oh man, that's my second interview on Unscripted. I've interviewed Train. Probably 4 or 5 times now. Yeah. I've interviewed Ice Train for a lot. I think that's my 3rd time probably on Unscripted. Probably 5 or 6 times, man. So it's been a while. Been a lot. Is it okay if I interview? Yes. Yes, you can interview me. Just email me. Facebook, actually, Facebook message the Crave the Pancakes and Powerslams Facebook. That's probably the best way to get to me for business inquiries. Pancakes and Powerslams Facebook. Just send a message there and let's get some on the tables. Yeah, man, I've been so busy. I know you asked like last year. My schedule's been so crazy, man. But let's get some on there. Let's get some more for you, man. You're a faithful fan of my product, so I can pay it forward by coming on your show. I said thanks to Ice Train. He said please anytime. So let's see. The People's Wrestling Channel. You know, I was a big fan of SNL back in the day. Big fan of Saturday Night Live. Huge fan of Saturday Night Live. And I love when Conan O'Brien would come in as Moleculo. I loved when he came in as Moleculo. Let me see if I can do a soundbite of this real quick. I don't know. I'm going to err on the side of caution and not do it, just because I don't want to get pegged by SNL. I don't want to get pegged. What am I looking for? I don't want to get pegged. Pinged. That's what I'm looking for. Pinged. I don't want to get pinged by SNL. But he was Moleculo, and every time someone would say Moleculo, he would say the Molecular Man, and he tried to hide in like costume, like he tried to hide from his costume and like play, like be in disguise and play discreet, and people thought that he was Moleculo, right? And he would deny that he was Moleculo, and people start to catch on that he would say the Molecular Man, like every time someone would say Moleculo. And so basically someone caught him by saying that, and they would say, and they caught him, and they're like Moleculo. He was like the Molecular. Oh man, it was absolutely hilarious. That's making me want to see that bit again, that segment again, that skit again. Moleculo. I mean, like Saturday Night Live from about 1990 to about like 2000 and about 1990 to 2000. Like I watched some late 80s SNL too, probably like 88, but like 90 to 2000 was, to me, hands down the best decade of SNL without any shadow of a doubt, the best decade of Saturday Night Live was between 1990 and 2000. You had the GOAT, Chris Farley. You had Tim Meadows. You had Phil Hartman. You had Molly Shannon, Sherry O'Terry. You had Kevin Nealon. I mean, like you, oh my, like the number of people, the number of gems that came out of that. I mean, David Spade. You had so many names during 1990, between 1990 and 2000. Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan, Sherry O'Terry. I mean, like the more I'm thinking about, the more I can just keep giving you name after name after name. And man, just there were so many amazing characters on Saturday Night Live. And of course, Conan O'Brien came as a host. And man, the molecular man. So only 5 people going into the Hall of Fame this year. Would I say Andy Kaufman deserves it? Oh yeah, from a celebrity wing. I mean, you know, from the standpoint of a celebrity wing. I mean, like not from an actual pro wrestling Hall of Fame. But I mean, that's WWE though. It's like, yeah. There's a celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. Like, is there a celebrity wing of the baseball Hall of Fame or football Hall of Fame? But there's a celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. That's for sure. Taryn Burno's in the house. RK4, what's up, my man? Just finished teaching kids BJJ. Nice. Some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Very nice. And running adult BJJ competition class. Now it's time to talk wrestling with Dr. Chris. Have a great show, my good man. My guy. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, like I did some MMA training when I was training back in so this had to be 2009, maybe 2010, maybe early 2010. Yeah, I think 2010, because I was dating my wife at that time. We were engaged early 2010. We got married later in 2010, and I was about to start MMA at that time. But my back was still hurting, but I didn't care though. I was still training for it. And I was actually about to start MMA, like start competing in MMA. I wanted to, like back in 2010. My wife was like, "No, I don't want you to get cauliflower ear." And I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. I wouldn't want cauliflower ear too. And plus, the thing is, there's only a fraction of people, who actually do very well in MMA. And so I'm like, why? Why? I didn't want to make it a career. I wanted to be a doctor. I always wanted to be a doctor. And so I was like, like I'm not going to make this a career. This will be this will thwart my my dreams of being a doctor. I'm interested in it. But do I want to make it a career? No, I don't want to make it a career. Do I want to compete in some competition, some fights? Absolutely. I want to compete in some MMA fights. 100%. Yes. But I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like I just I'm from the streets. I know street fighting. Like that's what I'm used to. And I did learn some tactics, some tackling tactics. I played football too, so I did learn some ground and pound stuff, which was cool. It was cool. I used to wrestle too, so I would actually go in. You know how like a lot of people go into MMA with their particular specialty. My specialty would be wrestling because I used to amateur wrestle. So um so yeah, that was my angle of of training, was to do more wrestling things, mounting. So I would basically do takedowns, mounting, learn how to ground and pound, elbow strikes and things like that during the mounting or the takedowns. So that was a lot that I trained and learned. But I did want to do BJJ. I always wanted to really be very good at BJJ. So hopefully, if by some miracle, some intervention, some God-given intervention through through him or the some doctor, some something, that I'm able to get my back in a state. I've been killing the workouts lately, but it's still very limited to. It's still. I've been doing some really good workouts lately because I love going to the gym. Today was arms, and so I did some really good arm workouts today. But yesterday was legs. But so yeah, I mean, I'm a certified personal trainer, so I'm very aware of what to do. But my back definitely limits me to certain weight limits and stuff like that, and it didn't help that I used to leg press 800 plus pounds. So that definitely didn't help either. That was several years ago. But hey, I still got some hope to get some BJJ in. There's actually like a class, like a night class, not too far from where I live, that I want to sign up for, but I know my back wouldn't be able to handle it. But my mind a lot of times is like, do it, go. You know what I mean? Like I'm such a gritty person, and I'm just like, just do it. Like, have some adrenaline now and take the pain later. And that happens a lot when I work out. I'll just have some adrenaline, and when my adrenaline dumps, it's just like I'm in agonizing pain afterwards. But during the time, I'm a machine. So BJJ is still not out of my mind to pursue. Raw was very filler last night. Cody, for me, fills mid card. Yeah, if he beats Reigns, I'm going to boycott Raw. I just think it's too early. I think it's too early for Cody to win. I do. I always got to check. It has an update. I drove up to Denver yesterday to surprise Mom. We will know more tomorrow. She'll be discharged on Thursday. Her birthday was on Friday. Nice. Last Thursday, Friday, and today she had her non-epileptic seizures. They gave her Ativan each time, which makes her go to sleep. Well, I definitely, again, prayers continue with her situation. Thank you for the weekly update. Definitely prayers go out to Mama Martinez. Yes. So I did see the quote that Tony Khan had about Goldberg. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I did see the quote about from Tony Khan about Goldberg, about saying, Goldberg. Matter of fact, I just read it not too long ago. I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it. Here we go. So he says, Tony Khan says, Goldberg, he's a household name. And I definitely am not acting like I'm on, any type of stimulating substances, as the mental speed, the speed of Tony Khan is definitely not what I'm going to do or even try to do right now. Goldberg, he's a household name in pro wrestling, and certainly that's interesting to hear that he's a free agent. It's something to follow, and he's one of the biggest names in wrestling, and certainly will be something else to keep an eye on for us. He said that on the Sports Tribune. So Goldberg is a WCW guy, TBS, TNT. It would be a bit of a homecoming for him. So do I see Goldberg in AEW? Does Tony Khan have the money? Yeah, of course he does. Do I see Goldberg in some type of short-term something in AEW? Yes, I do, actually. I do see Goldberg in AEW in some capacity. Goldberg's not a WWE loyalist. You know, he came back because he wanted his son Gage to see him wrestle. So that's basically what he did. The reason why he came back, and to just like make good with, just the really sketchy relationship that he had with them before. He made things right, came back, patched things up, made it a lot better. And so he got a number of appearances out of that, out of, 6 years. So yeah, I mean, 6 years, couple handful of appearances. There you go. Really good money. Sure. I mean, he's not a WWE loyalist. So, he's a WCW guy actually. So, if anything, he'll go to, WCW land, TNT, TBS, and he'll have a moment against Powerhouse Hobbs for the TNT Championship, and he'll defeat Powerhouse Hobbs for the TNT Championship. There you go. Honestly, I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. I can see Goldberg going against Powerhouse Hobbs at Double or Nothing, or all in, all out. All out Labor Day weekend. So that's a little over 5 months from now. I think that would be a little bit more possible that Goldberg comes in around early August, late July, and starts an angle with Powerhouse Hobbs. Or I think that Powerhouse Hobbs running roughshod, running through, a lot of the roster, and then saying that there's no one left. There's no one left. I'm going to do an open challenge at All Out. Whoever has the courage, whoever has the gonads to step in this ring at All Out, I'm going to defend my TNT Championship. There you go. There's an opportunity for Goldberg to come in. Not a 50-50 thing. Goldberg just bulldozes through Powerhouse Hobbs. And the selling point on Hobbs is he's surprised that it's Goldberg. And so basically he's ready. He charges to Goldberg. He's not scared of him. He's ready to rock. And then boom, he gets speared. And then it gets jackhammered. And then Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, if you want to really protect him, maybe you have Hobbs kick out and, Goldberg kind of gets surprised again, but Hobbs gets up. He kicks out. Hobbs gets up. Goldberg goes back in the corner. Second time, boom, spear, jackhammer. There you go. Does it twice. So there you go. I think that would be a very plausible situation regarding Bill Goldberg, and I do think that is very, very possible to happen. Like seriously possible to happen. Favorite Bible verse and why? John 3:30. He must become greater. I must become less. That is just that is the reason of my being. I mean, I without Jesus is a flawed, just wretched human being. And the more I put him up, the more my flesh and fleshy desires and immoral behavior decreases. So I need to continue every day, make it a daily mission to put him greater, make him great in my life so I can put him first. Andy Kaufman deserves Hall of Fame reduction more than any celebrity. Who do you think is next to be announced? So Andy Kaufman for celebrity, yes. And then as far as a actual, man, it would not surprise me if they put Keebler in there, if they announce Keebler. Although, again, SK Nation, like I was asking SK Nation. I was asking EC3 and that come out. I haven't asked live yet. I was asking EC3. I was like, look, and I'm gonna ask the PNP Nation. Please let me know the resume of Stacy Keebler deserving to be in the Hall of Fame. I listen, Stacy Keebler. I had a major crush on Stacy Keebler in the during her WCW / early WWE days. Like I thought that she was just I think that she had just natural beauty. Like I wasn't a big fan of Trish, like because to me, I mean she's gorgeous, but natural beauty. Like I'm a that's my shtick, like natural beauty, not just like augmented. There's a bunch of augmented beauty, makeup, and augmentation, and that's just not my thing. And Stacy Keebler didn't need that. She didn't need to have a lot of makeup. She didn't need any augmentation. She is just naturally a beautiful lady, and I was a big fan. But as far as a Hall of Fame resume, no. Like I'm open. I'm open to hear something different. But as far as a Hall of Fame resume, no. Is it better? Only a handful of people going to Hall of Fame? Yes, I do. I do, because they're running out of options now. And so if they put 10 people in Hall of Fame, it's going to be difficult to be in the Hall of Fame, as far as legitimate picks. Sure. Just tweet me at Chris Prolific, or you can DM me as well at Chris Prolific. What's up? Yeah, interesting. This is interesting because I was looking at the promo for this during Raw, and they're going to do back-to-back. They're going to do Charlotte and Yokozuna for the back-to-back Legends episodes. And I was like, Charlotte? What? Like, no. Like, she's legend. She's creating a legendary career. Absolutely. But is she a legend? No. Like, I don't. And I mean, to be honest with you, Paige isn't either. I mean, I'm super glad that she's recovered from the stress that she was going through. She's young. She's young. She's spent over half of her life entertaining people. Like she spent over half of her life entertaining people, working in the entertainment business. So even at 15, 16 years old, she need to learn how to cognitively effectively deal with conflict resolution skills and adapt those type of skills, and uh, uh, work on her ability to think rationally, and just all these types of skills that you should be developing as a 15, 16-year-old girl. You're uh focusing your primary focus at this time is now entertaining people, and that gets really dangerous at that age, or any age really, but especially that age, because you're already looking for a heightened level of validation and affirmation uh, in your adolescent years, and now it's even exponentially higher because you're feeding and you're affirming and you're judging yourself and your identity based on the approval of others and the fans and who likes you or don't like you, and this is happening at 15, 16 years old, and then you wonder like why she's 28, 29, 27 years old, and she's having suicidal thoughts because she's getting the fans who she's depending on so much to make her feel good is turning their backs on her, so she's feeling abandoned. So abandonment is a major indicator a lot of times of suicidal ideation. Major at the very at the like even before that, depression. And so you getting to the place of this early in your life entertaining people, and it makes perfect sense of why you're having some struggling thoughts. So Paige isn't a legend. I was a big fan of Paige when she was in WWE. Not so much now. Not so much Saraya. It's like, like she's going out like you could tell that she really, um, she's really hypersensitive to the reaction of people, really, but especially fans, because like she got really cheered in the beginning, and then it took almost no time to get split reactions for her, and now they're playing it well with the heel outcast stable. I think that's a good way to um you know redirect or try to salvage these returns, or these debuts of Tony Storm, Soraya, and Ruby Soho. Those are three people who had high expectations as far as just the fan response, and it didn't take them no time for fans to start booing them. So it makes sense. Like when Ruby Soho cut her promo, I was like, yeah, well, I mean, you got some good points there. I mean, like, you're not really saying any lies. I mean, the fans did turn their back on you really early, and so it would make perfect sense of why you're turning heel, because the fans turned heel on you early. So it makes sense. I mean, like, you can't fault her for it. But Saraya, now she goes around, like when she comes down the ramp, she's like giving people the middle finger. I'm like, really? 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 Like, is that like you're trying to get like, is that really heat? Or are you just in your feels? Like, I think you're just in your feels, Saraya. Like, that's not really generating heat. You're just going around, like walking down the ramp, just with your middle finger out. Yeah, nah. Like, for someone who's a young girl who understand the impact that young girls have as far as influences in the pro wrestling business, I don't think that's really a good look to come down the ramp with your middle finger out. I think you're just in your feels, and you're just upset that people are booing you, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. When's the last time a person wearing the suit and tie uh, casted as the baby face, while the bloodline are the heels, but dressed like homies or average Joes and hang. It's so funny that you say that. I love J's. I collect. I collect Jordan ones, the mids. I collect Jordan 1 mids, and so like I love and I love joggers too. So I'm a Jordans and joggers type of guy. And so like when they come out with their J's and their joggers, I'm like, see, that's my homies. Like, what's up? That's my homies. Like, that's the type of stuff that I would wear. I would wear J's and joggers and like all day long. And so Cody's coming, like, I can relate more personally, I can relate much more to the bloodline than I can to Cody Rhodes any day of the week. I mean, I'm a doctor. Like I work at a practice as a therapist, and I wear J's. Like I wear nice pants, like nice designer pants. I like fashion, so I'll wear like a nice cardigan with either a t-shirt or a polo or something like that, and I'll wear some really nice designer, either like designer chino pants, and I'll wear some J's with it, like just a really nice type of swag feel that I love fashion. So, but I'll wear J's at work as a doctor. So like I can relate to the bloodline more than I can relate to Cody Rhodes. Like if I was like a big top baby face, you would see me coming out with some type of tailed cardigan and either a Henley, a V-neck, or something of that nature. Some really nice like skinny pants with the nice plaid or checker design or something like that, and some J's. that's what I would do. That's how I would come to the ring, not in suit as a baby face. I mean, kudos to him, man. He looks sharp. He looks sharp as a tack, but I definitely think it's more fitting for a heel, a Bockwinkel style heel or Ric Flair style heel, baby. Did you hear that a ref will be inducted to the Hall of Fame? I did hear that. Who do you think it is from Nick Paxton for the Hall of Fame? 1 week away from the 11th anniversary. Yes, 1 week away from the 11th anniversary. Nick Patrick always responds to me like almost immediately. So I called and texted him and I haven't heard from him. So I know a lot of these people I know a lot of the time they act they have like a don't talk to nobody or don't tell nobody type of thing. So it wouldn't, hey, wouldn't surprise me. Happy birthday to Tom Clark. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tom Clark. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Tom, my guy. Did I catch Montez's amazing improv on Monday, sitting with fans during the match? He looked into the camera and said, "We'll be back after these messages," just before the screen faded to black. I didn't, but that was that's Montez. Look, man, I think Montez Ford's a star. I think one of the best indications of whether you're a main event talent or not is if you have a catchy and kind of death-defying finishing move. And I think the From the Heavens is great. I think if you like the setup, you are going up the ropes, It gives the fans an excitement as you're going up the ropes, and then from the heavens, it's exciting. It's captivating, and guy looks like a star out there, man. The only thing is, man, I feel sorry for Angelo Dawkins. Don't do the lousy, heel Dawkins, jealous, mad, turn on him. No, don't do that, man. I would still have them be cool, together. And just have Montez break out as a single star. And they can still be cool. They can still be really really cool. They don't have to break up in some pointless heel turn. Just I remember when they broke up Crime Time, man. It was just like, what? Like it was just so just awkward. And they try to push Shad Gaspard, and they really didn't push him, and it was just a lousy booking. It was just really lousy booking. They should have given them the tag team championships. They should have been tag team champions. They should have beat Jericho at SummerSlam. They should have done that. They missed out. Crime Time should have been tag team champions, hands down, without a doubt. So what you do, you break them up. That's definitely seemed like something that had Vince McMahon all over it. Were I a fan of Mad TV? I watched it. I watched it back then, but I wasn't really a fan of it. I watched plenty of episodes, but I was just such a SNL fan that I just thought that Mad TV was just like, I didn't really, not necessarily SNL ripoff, but not as good as SNL. So I was such a SNL fan back in the day. Which 4 top matches of all time would you say Undertaker has in a career plot twist? Can't say any of his WrestleMania matches. Maybe Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood. The Triple Threat at Vengeance, 2001, 2002, I believe it was. It was him, Rock, and Angle, I believe. That's one of the best Triple Threat matches of all time. I liked okay, let me see. Yeah, I mean, that's really as far as non-WrestleMania that I can think of that stands out. I'm sure there's plenty. But those are the only 2 that stands out to me. A lot of the other ones are WrestleMania related. Yeah, I would have to go down the list of his matches and be like, oh yeah, that stands out. Yeah, that was pretty good. Andy Kaufman really did fake his own death. Now then it's time to come out of hiding. Whoever still believes that is Looney Tunes. I was in the local newspaper yesterday. Nice. Look up the Pueblo Chieftain and click on news. That go down. I think you mean then go down to where it says who we know is running for Pueblo County Council 2023. Let's see. Let's go. Pueblo Chieftain. Chieftain. Check. Pueblo Chieftain. Okay. I'm here at the Pueblo Chieftain. Then go to news. Okay, I'm at news. And then after that, go down to where it says who we know is running for Pueblo County Council 2023. I don't see it, but let me try to find it real quick. Here we go. Here's who we know is running. They know it's third down. Okay. At large, Brandon Martin, who's running for at large. Lori Winner, Steven Rodriguez, Vicente Martinez Ortega. Okay, I didn't see you, Elvis. Let me see. Let me see. Here we go. Elvis Martinez, a consistent commenter. I went back to why does it keep doing that? Okay, here we go. This is whack. So it keeps going back to the front page, which is weird. Here we go. Elvis Martinez, a consistent commenter at city council meetings who ran for District 1 Council Representative 2021. He told the chieftain he is planning on running, but has not yet filed paperwork. There you go. Okay. Running for office. All right. Got a politician in the building. Very nice. Glad to see you have a good friendship with Tom Clark. He was telling us last Friday on the show about how much he appreciated you. Oh, very nice. Very nice. What did that's great to hear, man. I have gladly assisted Tom in a lot of endeavors, and I'll do it 1,000 times more, man. Great guy. Do I attend any WrestleMania watch parties? No. I usually have it here in my house or at a close friend's place. That's typically where I have it. Typically, I don't even know if any watch parties exist here. Since KO and Sammy against the Usos have finally been announced for Mania, do you have start or maybe close night one? See, I think it should main event night one, but I don't think it will. I think Rhea and Charlotte will. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I'm not terribly mad at it out of principle because the winner of the Royal Rumble is main eventing a Mania. Out of principle, I'm not mad at that, but I don't like it though. Like I think that the main event should be the Usos versus KO and Sammy. Now, the consolation, what if that doesn't main event night one? I do think you should bookend the bloodline on night two. So you should have Sammy and KO, or you can have them be the semi-main. You can have them be the semi-main, but I do. See, I'm old school when it comes to that. I know hot openers are a big thing, when it comes to pro wrestling, but I'm old school when it comes to that, man. When it comes to like that boxing or MMA or type of thing, you usually have like the lower card matches you build up to the main. So for some odd reason, it's been a thing for a number of years now where you have like hot openers in wrestling. But to me, I'm not a big fan of that format because you have a hot opener and then it's like you set the bar of the hot opener, and then it started like most of the time it goes down and then tries to rise back up toward the end. And so I think it should crescendo. Like I think it should be like lower tier matches building up to the main event. Like I'm old school when it comes to that formatting. I think that's the formatting that should work. Because the fans are looking to that's just a better way to as far as how the mind works. Like instead of having this big roller coaster of, oh, that's a really good match, okay, that's a popcorn match. Like just have us, like that's more of a gradual type of way of like booking things, and to our minds that makes more sense of we're building toward something that's more valuable, and so and more exciting and more and feels bigger. So I think that they should make the Usos against KO and Sammy the semi-main for night two. I think it should come on right before night two, like the match right before the main. Because what you could do is you could have I mean, honestly, I think it should main event night one. But if you don't have it there, you can either do one of two things. You could do the fans, the fans' choice of the hot opener, which again, unless it's like a match that doesn't have that big feel and has a hot opener, I'm not opposed to that per se, but the bloodline, KO and Sammy and the bloodline, that's one of the hottest feuds going on right now. Probably the hottest, because Cody and Reigns isn't a hot feud. I mean, that's not a hot feud. So KO and Sammy versus the Usos is probably the hottest feud in WWE right now. And they made a lot of mistakes and errors with that, but at least it came together and still feels big. So if you want to do at the beginning of night two, just to say, okay, Usos lost, now Reigns is like upset and that kind of throws his mind off, you could do something like that. But I just still think that you should have it as a semi-main at night two. That's if you don't main event at night one, that would be my suggestion. I loved Reigns on Raw about Cody running away from AEW. That was funny. Cody Reigns is 2-0 against Cody Rhodes. He's 2-0. And this is giving up. This is, we saw Cena own Reigns, and Reigns, when he was a babyface, he was really trying to go back to spar back and forth with Cena. It just didn't work. Like you're really giving Reigns an opportunity to like come, like just be a part of his come to his own, to come to his own. And because he's come to his own, he feels more confident, and confidence is a powerful tool, man. It's a powerful tool. It'll make you have an S in your chest. it really would. And I think that Roman Reigns is starting to get that S on his chest when it comes to just him and as a character. And with that is coming really good promos and much better promos, and just an ability to not feel uptight. So kudos to Reigns with that, man. I think he's 2-0 against Cody, honestly, because the first promo on SmackDown, I think he beat him. I think he beat him on Raw too. So because of Keeler, we have the funny video of McMahon falling over his chair when he danced on the deck. I would venture to say, in my opinion, that I don't think that all of that was an act. I don't think that all of that was an act. But yeah, I definitely don't think that's Hall of Fame worthy though. Yep, we'll see who it is. Great Muta, first ever person that's never been associated with WWE to go on Hall of Fame. No, I think Bachwinkle's in the Hall of Fame. If I'm not mistaken. That Burns in the Hall of Fame. I think Nick Bachwinkle's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, 2007. Yep. Bachwinkle is in the Hall of Fame. There's a few people who wasn't WWE guys, but in the Hall of Fame. I believe Vern Gagne's in the Hall of Fame too. So and he wasn't a WWE guy. Vern was in 2006. Yep. So there's been a few. If you were in charge of the WWE, who would you put in? One tag team group headliner for the Hall of Fame, female celebrity, mid-card jobber, and posthumous. I wouldn't put a jobber in there. For posthumous, I would put see, I would put in Davey Boy Smith alone, but I do think the British Bulldogs got in there. Didn't the British Bulldogs? I'm almost positive the British Bulldogs got, or did he get in by himself? Because I remember E.H. Smith coming up there. Yeah, 2020. Okay, yeah. So he got in by himself, or was the? Yeah. Oh, so it's by himself, huh? But yeah, I mean, he should have. I think he should have. As far as posthumous, who was a posthumous inductee that's out there? Ivan Koloff. That would be my posthumous. Mid card, I would put in either Christian or Regal. Celebrity, I would put in. I mean, to me that doesn't matter, but I'd say put in. Gosh, dude, I don't know, man. These celebrities, I'll put in. The journalist Stossel for the Swartz punch that he got. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about celebrity wing. Female Jazz headliner. Okay, one tag team I would put in Demolition. And for the headliner I would put in The Rock. Yeah, that would be my class. Just off the cuff. I have 10 pairs of J's. 10 or 11. 10. 10, I think. BWO, Shane McMahon. I think Shane. I definitely wouldn't put BWO in there. Although, cool gimmick, that's for sure. I think they would probably agree with that too. Victoria, yes. Cyndi Lauper, absolutely. Brooklyn Brawlers, Jobber. I wouldn't put a Jobber in the Hall of Fame. Kamala are my picks. Kamala, perhaps. Like the idea of Fatal 4-way tag match, I mean, they were very much thrown together. It's incredibly thrown together. It just goes to show that they're trying to like fill. They're giving filler for 2 nights. Like, why are you putting thrown together matches that mean absolutely nothing at the Super Bowl All-Star game of WWE? Like, you're not just throwing together teams and putting them in the Super Bowl. You're not just putting together people who were just mediocre or decent and putting them in the All-Star game. Like, you're not doing that. So why are you doing the WrestleMania? It's diluting the spectacle and the luster of the biggest event of the year. You're just throwing stuff together. It feels mid. It feels mid. It feels mid. I think Cyndi Lauper should have been inducted to Hall of Fame this year, and why was Batista not inducted this year? I don't know why he wasn't inducted this year. As far as he wasn't, I know there was some scheduling because he was announced, but there was some issues with scheduling. Was it, I think 2020, either 19 or 20, there was some issues with scheduling. And so they never got back to him. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. He might be the headliner. I don't think Ray's going to headline, but we'll see. He might be. I definitely think Cyndi Lauper should be the celebrity, but I definitely think Andy Kaufman definitely deserves it over Cyndi Lauper. Although Cyndi Lauper almost to the level of Andy Kaufman. Like Cyndi Lauper had a lot to do with the fame of current WWE, but just the Andy Kaufman, to me, hands down, deserves to be in the Celebrity Hall of Fame. That's for sure. You filed paperwork yesterday morning. Nice. They need to update that then. So Triple H do a swerve. What would be the swerve? Screw Cody? Nah. Triple H screw Cody? No, I wouldn't want to see Triple H as in any type of character on screen again. No thanks. Are you having the titles? Are you over having the titles together? Yes. I'm ready for them to split them up because then why not have two shows or rosters? I agree. I mean, I think you should definitely split the titles. It felt good. It felt cool on Reigns for a while, having two titles, but he's had two titles for nearly a year now. So, like, go ahead and split them up. I heard Triple H was trying to get rid of the Universal title like for a while. With Vince at the helm now, I'm not sure. I imagine like Stephanie, if I'm not mistaken, Stephanie McMahon was the one who introduced the Universal Championship. Stephanie's completely out the picture now, other than being Triple H's wife, but she's out the picture now. And so if Triple H is an old school guy in many aspects. So bring back the big gold belt. Bring back that right there. Bring it back. The big gold belt. Come on. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Either Jay helps Reigns win a Mania to prove himself, or Solo helps him. Or it could be both. Could be both. Genius Lady Power for the Hall of Fame of the Patriot. I don't think that the WWE would think that. I don't know. Definitely not the Patriot, although I was a huge fan of the Patriot. I don't think that WWE created him strong enough to have a Hall of Fame resume. Same thing with Lanny Poffo. He was more of a enhancement talent in many aspects. Rey Mysterio as the headliner this year. Batista isn't going in because movie schedule again. Okay, so the schedule. Gotcha. Rey Mysterio is the headliner for the Hall of Fame. Yikes. Where have the Good Brothers Shinsuke been? I know Shinsuke went against Muda, beat Muda, and I think he teamed with Muda too. So he's been doing some work in Japan. Good Brothers, I think they were just on Main Event recently. So they brought him back just to not use him after AJ got hurt. Maybe they're just waiting for AJ to recover. That just goes to show that they came to enhance AJ. That's what it definitely seems like it, because they have not used them very well at all. It's been pretty bad, actually. Very bad. I'm guessing Triple H doesn't like the Universal title if he wants to get rid of it. Yeah, I don't blame him, because I'm not a big fan of the Universal Championship either. It should be the World Heavyweight Championship, and it should be the Big Gold Belt. That shouldn't have changed. that definitely shouldn't have changed, in my opinion. Is Tito Santana Hall of Fame? He is. Arriba. He is. All right. PNP Nation. Good times as always. Good times as always. Good times. As always, good times. As always, good times. As always. Do you see WWE inducting the Horsemen? Do you Horsemen's already in there. They inducted the Horsemen already. Do I see them inducting Luger? Eventually, yes. I do see them. I do see them inducting Luger sooner than later. He should go in this year, really, but we shall see. All right, y'all. Fun as always. I'm about to get some rest. Long day as always, but I love being here. I do it for you, y'all. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. I agree, both of these women should be in the Hall of Fame. Elizabeth and women both should be in the Hall of Fame. I talked about that topic before. Good night, everybody. Another successful show. PNP, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. 11th anniversary next week. I'll see you later. I'll see